We're at InfoComm 2013 at KeyDigital booth 3181, and we're here to walk you through some of our favorite installations from the past year of KeyDigital's Compass Control. Now, it launched a year ago at InfoComm, and integrators and end users, whether they be educators or even beyond that, are extremely excited to take a look at the templates that were created from scratch in our very easy Compass Navigator software that gives you all of the capabilities in the world with an extremely high ease of use. So come on in, we're going to take a look at one of our very first templates. This here is a perfect template for conference rooms, boardrooms, anything with multiple displays and an open environment. Okay, we take a look here. You have a welcome screen. You press the company logo to enter. You have, in this case, a 6x6. This was actually for the president of a very large banking company. Had a 6x6 KeyDigital matrix in his office, 6 displays and 6 sources. And it's set up so that anyone could walk into the room, the executive assistant, for example, and understand what is currently happening in that room. So if they want to say, display number 1 should select laptop 1, then the 2-button press starting with the display, then the source, execute set switch, and at any time you could monitor the input-output relationship. Of course, the end user probably doesn't call it the input-output relationship, but it's very easy to see, and you kind of have this whole visual indicator where we have our buttons in an overstate. An overstate is unlike a up or a down state of a button, it's a third state of a button that kind of is a held active visual indicator there. And so we get to say display number 1, laptop 1, display number 2, let's select laptop 2, and you see what happens here is actually there's memory stored in our programming. Through a combination of variables and macros, you could create memory so that as you toggle between display to display, you get to see what is that active source, both in the button and down below. And it's very, very nice because from time to time they might say, okay, I want all the monitors to be viewing whatever display number 1 is right now, and they might not know what it is, but they get to just come over to our monitor control panel, hit the all monitors button. Now you see all 6 displays go into that active overstate, and we get to say all the displays should be viewing now the PC, the dedicated PC number 3, all at once. Switching happens, of course, the RS-232 event or IP event, depending on the KeyDigital matrix switcher you're using, or third-party matrix switcher, of course. But then also a graphical event here, and it's really, really nice. And then we even have DirecTV as one of the 6 sources, and this is out of the 6 sources where the others are laptops and dedicated PCs to the system. This is the source that requires some control, either IR or KeyDigital also has TCP/IP drivers for DirecTV. And what's really nice here is we have what we call the core buttons panel, and this is part of your library that you receive in the Compass Navigator software. Library of buttons, a group if you will, and you have your core buttons here, but sometimes with the cable box user, maybe this isn't enough, is it? So what do we get to do? We say, well, let's go to the favorite channels. Let's go to the DVR, and sometimes it's just a graphical event that jumps you from one page, as we saw there, to another. Sometimes it actually has the page jump as well as the IR or TCP/IP command that actually says, okay, DirecTV, now you go into your DVR library here, and then these are the buttons we like to use when we're in DVR. And what also is really, really cool is that this, in fact, not only can jump page to page with the page jump, but also it actually utilizes a really nice, really fantastic feature of KeyDigital's elements, which is called a list. A list is what enables that swipe, that flick gesture, if you will, where we use it in our demo project to go zone to zone to zone. Well, we could also use it here to go from position to position to position. And so it's really up to you if you want to use the swipe gesture, the flick gesture, or if you'd like to teach your client to do this page jump just on the buttons there, you could enable or disable that however you like to control. It's just a property of that list. Come by booth 3181 or jump on keydigital.com and sign up for our C-level training classes, C1, C2, C3, and my friends, I guarantee you'll learn everything you need to know, and you'll also be able to get your hands on some of these templates, and we really look forward to working with you at KeyDigital Compass Control.